So maybe the little piece, the little niggling piece that feels to me like it's saying, please say this.
Yeah.
It is that point where I was saying that okay, let's put a pin in this. And when when emotions were starting to escalate and it was clear we weren't coming to an understanding. So in the past, I think I would have continued to try to push forward and try to say it in a different way or explain whatever it is that my perception is some other way so that perhaps he would see it my way. And all that usually really does, especially when you've reached the point where it's clear you're not seeing things, the same way, is continue to escalate, continue to get the emotions deeper, digging in, others. That's when, in my experience, other shit starts getting pulled in. Well, one time you said this and what, and so that's why when I start to feel everything starting to escalate, I'm getting better and better at either just saying, I just need to take a few deep breaths right now, or can we wrap up this conversation to a point where we can pause and put a pin in it and come back to it a little bit later. It's clearly important to both of us, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to come to understanding right now.
Yeah.
And then, so that's what I've been trying to do more and more often in those situations. And I know, like you said, that's really, really common where emotions start to escalate and you just push harder. And for a lot of us, it's coming from an anxious kind of attachment style. You want to fix it now. You want to make it better now. You want the answer now.
This is the opportunity. We're going to lose it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The pathway to a secure attachment style is, not constantly engaging in the anxious behaviors. And sometimes that requires a pause.
Yeah, that is so beautifully said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that. Can I throw something in there too?
Yeah, I'm ready. I was just taking a deep breath. Yeah.
Cool. I realize I'm like, okay, go. No, I'm like, okay, let's slow things down a little. I'm very excited. Also something that just sounds interesting because I've been really into like, okay, how do I honor my own anger or my own emotion? And women typically have more expressive emotions than men. And that can be due to estrogen. It could due to be hormones, many other things. I think women feel more deeply than men on typical, not always, just the way we're biologically constructed. And there's the shame around that in society. And so that is something I find very challenging. It's like, I cry very easily. To cry in the middle, we're coming back. Okay, to cry in the middle of a conversation, I notice self-judgment. I notice so much stuff. And it's like a little bit of like, okay, this is what I'm feeling. I want to honor that. I need to either step away because otherwise my actions are going to go into an unhealthy style. Or also like, there's such a curiosity. I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if somebody can hold this container where it's like, I'm feeling anger. Let me feel it. Let me be witnessed in it and then move the energy and then continue on with the conversation. I wonder if that can happen as well, though it sounds very challenging. But I love the just giving yourself that honoring, giving yourself that pause and stepping away when I very much resonate with you where I feel like this is the opportunity and I'm going to miss it. So I like that. Yeah. It feels loving.
My nervous system has way too many times in my experience in my lifetime when I've said, this is becoming too much for me. Can we stop? Can we pause? Can we take a break? Whether as a child or as an adult, whatever. Anytime I feel like I've said, everything is becoming too much. Can we please stop and like take a break or something? I frequently have been told over, by the authority figure in the communication, no, we're going to keep doing this. There's no stopping. We're going to keep pushing through. And so that's another reason why I just really, any opportunity I have to notice when I feel like I'm pushing through something is to, just at least invite the question, is it possible to not push through this right now? Is it possible to go ahead and give myself the gift of slowing down and taking a break if that's what's needed or whatever? But at least I get to be the boss now. I get to be the one who's in charge of this engagement. And if it's becoming too much, I can say, I'm getting overwhelmed. I need a break, whatever it is that I need,
Yeah.
and it will be honored. I will not be forced anymore to continue when I don't have it in me.
I love that. And there's also like what I'm learning too is the stepping away, the actual physical
Mhm.
movement of stepping away when it's not
Yeah.
honored. And
Yeah.
sometimes I have to prep that if I'm going into a conversation because that's
Mhm. Yeah.
challenging. But I love that because I think there's a lot of the self-help things that say you have to push through
Mhm.
something. And that
Mhm.
was my issue in Solsara was I
Mhm.
actually had the flu and a bunch of other people got the flu where
Mhm.
if maybe I rested, it would have been better. My body was yelling for this type of stuff. So now I'm listening to my body more
Yeah.
than I am like I get very nervous around personal trainers or other people who want to push through. And I go,
Mhm.
oh, hell no. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm somebody who has injured myself by pushing through. Okay. No, whether it's emotionally or physically. And so I love that. And everybody's different. Some people
Yeah.
need to be pushed more and some people don't. So everybody to their own. So if
Yeah.
one person says one size fits all, no, absolutely not. I don't trust that.
Never.
So I
Nothing
love
is
that.
one size fits all.
Yeah. It sounds like strength honoring and it's like holding the hand of your inner child and being like, I got you.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
even what happens, I still got you. We can walk away from this. So there's other options out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Aww.
Mm.
Love
Yeah.
that.